Hey Tiana, how are you doing? Tiana Crispy was like, "Oh, I'm first." I'm like, "No, it can't be." I'm like, "Where's Tiana at?" And hey, sir, how are you doing? How are you guys feeling today? I took the best nap ever. Like, right after I sent that Discord notification, I was like, "Okay, I need to go to sleep." And then I woke up all disoriented, like, "Okay, hold on, I need to go upstairs and get ready for stream." Okay, sorry, I'm back. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, camera, where you at? All right, there we are. I'm like, I don't appreciate this. Um, Hi. I feel like it's been a while since we had the camera. I I always want to procrastinate my YouTube videos, but I'm like, I have to edit this one because I'm out here in hiding. I am. Even though I genuinely think that it might become like a really common thing for me not to stream with a camera on when I'm playing Rocket League. But for YouTube, face cam. Thank you guys. Um, Hi David. Yeah, it's so good. Like I really just wish you guys could feel it. I think that's the best part. Imagine I'm thinking of nothing and I'm just like, just be out here rubbing my head for no reason. Like, wow, that's a really interesting thing that you said. And the person's like, I didn't say anything. And yeah, but it's nice. The only thing, okay, fair warning, I look really silly with the headset, bro. Are you ready? Okay, so this is me. Hi guys, I'm ready to stream. But watch. This is me with the headset on. Why are there like, what the hell? My hair was so fluffy, I never noticed. Like, I look so silly. But it's okay. We will get used to it. I'm like, damn, is it gonna like actually dent my skull now? Now that the headset rests like right on my skull. I'm like, dang, I can feel it putting weight on my brain. Ah! Dang! Sir said, throw the whole headset away, honestly. It's okay. I mean, I'll look silly for the bit. I don't mind. Um, what was I gonna say? The only thing is, it's really cold. Yeah. You don't realize like how much body heat is being preserved with your hair until there's nothing. And you're like, whoo, what was that? Wind that sent chills into my brain. But I'm getting used to it. I definitely am getting used to it. It was like really, really chilly the first day that I cut it. Ah, thank you, Mama Wicked. I appreciate. That's exactly what I. Yeah, wait, Mama Wicked, did you guys see the headset? I look totally fine until I put the headset on. Then it's like, yeah, it's not good. It's not a good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, you guys ready for this? So it goes from like, yay, da 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 da. I feel like I'm gonna do this reveal over and over. Um. Oh, hi. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you dropping in. You're about to see me look really silly. You ready? Why is there so much space? Looking for a new headset if anybody has recommendations. Ah, thank you, Paul. I caught the headset right when I gave it. Yeah. It went from like, I highly recommend this headset to, so for my bald people of the world, I'm gonna look for a new recommendation. I'll get back to you. Yeah, yeah. Something that's more fitting, I think. Bum, 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 bum. Imagine if it was winter time. Yeah, I mean, there was a reason why I waited until summer. Well, it's almost summer. Oh, really? You don't think the headset looks too bad? I thought it looked really silly, but maybe I'm being. I mean, I'm a bit dramatic about that kind of stuff. Because when I put it on before, it would look like my hair is like overflowing out of it, and now I'm just like, damn. Yeah, is my head wide? It looks long. Do I actually have a big head? Not for my body, but things to think about for sure. The Amazon wish list. What are we talking about? I'm like, dang, what? I have to make a, but I'm thinking in my Twitch panels, you know, where I have like all the purchases that I recommend. I gotta add a bald section. I'm gonna be like, boom, spit shine for your bald head. This. Oh, okay. No lie though. I will say this is like really random. Um, so I was starting to get dandruff, which if you guys don't know, some people are like, ew, dandruff. It's just dry scalp. It's literally just dry scalp, and it's your skin from your scalp coming out. So when I shaved my head, I had this dandruff, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I took vitamin C and vitamin E oil, and I rubbed my head, and literally all my dandruff was gone immediately. It was like boom, dandruff never existed. And I'm like, wow, my hair was so thick I literally could not penetrate, because I would try to keep my scalp moist, but I feel like I should have gotten a steamer, but that's behind me. I don't need it anymore. Now I can just rub my head, which is cool. Very cool. I like it. Like I feel like it's a cheat code, bro. I'm like I just got straight to the scalp. Um I don't even know what that means, but I'm assuming it's a good thing, Jazz. Hi, Jim. And hey, Sam. How are you guys? What was I gonna do? I'm suddenly starving. Not hungry. We jump that. It goes from like, oh my god, I'm totally content to I haven't eaten in so long. Yeah, it's crazy. I was just like do 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 do, and I pretty sure I like brushed it out with like what I used to use for like ponytails or my eyebrows, and it was like ooh, good as new. How many of my friends are bald? Anybody bald in the chat? I don't think I know anybody who's bald, to be honest. I'm even thinking of like my guy friends. I mean, Crispy's kind of bald. Yeah. I think Crispy's like the baldest person in my life. After myself. Jasper always has to be in the conversation. Longest hair in the chat talking about, yeah, me too. Sit down. Ah, thank you. No, I didn't eat dinner. It was more like a late lunch, and then I took a nap. Do I? Do I? I think I need that One Punch Man haircut. I don't think we're done. But we'll see. Alright guys. So it's awesome because Saggy had recommended this new game called Before Your Eyes, and it reminded me of this really, 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 really horrible Netflix movie that came out recently. That's like what? It's like What Lies Below or something like that. So bad, so bad, so bad. But anywho, I initially thought that's what he was talking about, but then I did some research and I was like, oh wow, this looks like a really cool game. Like it fits our Psych Sundays and everything. And so then I took a nap. I'm like, do. I wake up a little late and I'm like, oh, I don't want to be late to stream. I come up the stairs, just like this, and I look at my screen and it's like, you have received a gift. And I'm like, a gift for me? From who? From this man, Mr. Sneak Sounds. He sent me the game. So we're going to play the game today. So we can all thank him. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really do think it's going to be a good game. I mean, it looks like a good game. My mom, I will say, the absolute initial message was less than ideal. But then we addressed it, and it immediately like, no. You know, like, I just watched your video. I had thought this, but no, I like, she liked the messages that I said about it, and she's glad that I was so happy with it, and she's very supportive of that. And pretty much like all my loved ones are that way. But like the very initial was like, I think she was in shock. Like, what? Huh? Because imagine, she like, I don't know if you know, she brought me into this world, and I already had a full head of hair. So for her, she's like, hold up. Who are you? And what have you done with my child that has always had hair? But it was a quick turnaround. She's over it. Oh my God, Wesley. Not even. But thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's so crazy because it went from, hey guys, I'm gonna shave my head bald, and everyone's like, huh. Like, obviously this is a joke because you don't do that kind of stuff. And then finally I'm like, all right. Like, I didn't say anything to anybody. Nobody knew. I just went to Walmart. I got the clippers. I came in my room and I started to do it. And then I was like, why does this feel like the most normal thing ever? Like, I feel like this is super normal. Like, I'm like, all right, this is it. This is cool. Cool. That's it. Dang, Crispy. He said, my profile's public if you ever want to misclick my way. But yeah, I really like it. It just makes sense. I'm like a shedder. You know, German shepherds, like Kiba, she sheds. We shed the same amount. So imagine all the hair. It's a lot. Now there's nothing. Now we're just out here. Me too, Crispy. Then we'll really be twins, huh? Yeah. But I always say, if I go smooth, like if I shave the rest with like a razor, I'm choking, I have to cosplay as One Punch Man. I keep saying it, and I feel like the only one hype about it is me. But I'm like, I don't think you guys understand what I need. Like, I need this for my life. One Punch Man, like, I've always wanted to cosplay as it with no bald cap. Yeah. Yeah, Crispy, sorry. Yeah. Okay, no lie, Crispy. I was wearing your shirt. I don't know if you guys know. Crispy gave me this shirt. It's such a cute shirt. Back from his hometown. Man, I can't even. Yeah. I love the pink. It's so cute. And I put it on, and I was like, oh my gosh, it like smells like Crispy. So I took it off because I'm like, ew. I'm just playing. I took it off because I I felt bad for taking the smell. I'm like, I feel like I have to put it in a Ziploc bag in case, you know, I don't know. If I'm ever like, dang, I wish I had a friend I'll just open up the Ziploc bag and close my eyes and be like, hey, Crisp. We'll see. But yeah, it is a really nice color. If you... The rest he put hair on, honestly, him. Sad boy, stop it. I feel like everybody thinks they have a badly shaped head. You know, like a lot of people are like, I could never, because my head is like, and I'm like, how do you know? Like, because I used to feel my head and I was like, ooh, boy, this is about to be a bumpy road. And then I shaved it and I was like, oh, I got my little, you know, a little dent in the back. Well, for people to slap the back of my head. Boom, it's ready. But that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what that is, Nishi. Somebody dropped a lot. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. I have to read that. I know I got a Grand Canyon right in the middle. No. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some people have it. My thing is like if you like the shape of your head. Because some people be like, boom, you know, it's like moving mountains. And they don't care. And that's how I went into it. I was like, ooh, I don't care. I might have a whole landscape going on and we're doing it. Yeah. Sad boy, yes. Yes. Like literally. I was leaving the mom and I had my mask on. And this guy, he was like, hey, yo, I like your cut. I was like, thank you. Yeah, oh, thank you. But next time I'll be like, yeah, thanks. You know, I gotta match the energy, but yeah, I'm in there. I actually have a lot of people like, and it's cool because it's like men and women, and I feel like men never complimented my hair in real life, like in real time. Women always did, and now men and women compliment. They'll be like, "Oh wow, I like your hair. Oh yo, I like your cut." I'm like, yo, if you ever need a cut, I got you. Got you, Nishi. That's like an elite force. Okay, I'm not on that level yet. Hi, team. I mean, I've been told that I look like an anime character now. I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm watching the wrong animes, but I don't know any animes that relate to this, but I don't think any of this stuff is a bad thing. It's so weird, guys. Like, I went from full mane to I feel like being bald is supernatural. Yeah, like, hmm. There is this like very bare aspect. Like when you walk in, you know, like, boom, this is the center of attention. Like, hey, like there's no eyes here. Boom. It's awesome. And I forget. Like I truly forget. I'll just be like, oh, cool, cool, and then I'm like, oh, and I never miss it. The thing about me is that I feel like it would have been a bigger deal to cut my hair short than it was to shave it. Because I personally am not super fond of short length hair on myself. Like I'm like I always have this like go big or go home, go big or go home mentality, like, you know? I don't know. So I'm like, oh, I love long hair and like I love when I can play with it and like I can do so many things with my long hair. Um and then when it's short, I'm just waiting for it to get long. So the thought of just cutting it just to do that, I'm like, I'm gonna go bald. Ah, thank you, Baha. Not even. Dang, you guys really comparing me to some beautiful people. I appreciate. I appreciate. Like you gotta do that. I'm never. Somebody offered me $500 to shave my eyebrows. I was like, hell no. Nope, but sorry. No, we don't mess with the eyebrows. Sorry about that. Like, here's my thing. It's like all fun, like ha ha ha, like I'll shave my head, you know what I mean? But I'm not getting rid of my eyebrows. I don't mess with eyebrows or eyelashes. Yeah, that's about it. And other hair is like fair game, but because this is my thing. What if it doesn't grow back the same? Ah. What if they don't grow back at all? No, 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 no. I can't live life like that. Um, mm, I don't know, Crispy. I'll have to think about that one. Different cards on the table. Different cards for sure. But yeah, yeah. I specifically with eyebrows, I always hear that they don't come back the same. And people are saying like, oh, well, like, what if your hair grows back in and it's never like curly again? And I'm like, I don't think anybody knows, but like, let me walk you through my hair. When I was born, I looked like a porcelain doll with like jet black hair. Like I had like jet black pin straight, like Jackie Chan type hair, like very. It just like, and as it went, it was very very thick, just pin black straight hair, and then my hair started to get like curlier and curlier, and then it was damaged, and then it got curly again, then it was wavy, then it was, and it was always this teeter between like, oh, is it gonna be curly today, is it gonna be wavy, oh, it's kind of straight today, it's kind of this, and I didn't care because I don't do my hair, I don't work on my hair, I don't try to cultivate anything. Like a lot of people are into that, and I love it. I follow so many pages like that. You know, the woman who they're like, and I got the products, and I got the diet, and I got the plan. I know exactly what works for me, and I figured out my porosity, and then I'm just like, ooh, that's so interesting. And I'll literally go take a shower and like put body soap in my hair and be like, no, I'm joking. I can't even joke about that. Like, no, like I put like proper products of like shampoo and conditioner, and I know how to shampoo and condition my hair, but that was it. And I would come out, and a lot of the times I just went to sleep on my regular sheets with wet hair, and I would just wake up, and then I would put in a braid or put in a ponytail, and that was pretty much it. Like I had a lot of hair and a lot of things I could do, but I didn't want to do those things. And if you don't do those things, there's even more upkeep for like keeping things like healthy. um I mentioned like the issue of like moisturizing my scalp, and it's just a lot for what, because like I didn't like to do hair. Like some people are like, oh, I really like to do hairstyles and they look so good and they know how to do all that, but I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. I don't want to do this. Baja, it felt so natural. I swear the worst thing was when I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a shower. I'm ready for the whole world. And I reached over, I turned the water on, the cold water hit the back of my head. I was like, when a cat is shocked and it's like, that was me. I was like, oh. And I ran right back here just to tell you guys. Like, oh, it was scary. I felt so like exposed. It was kind of hard for guys to compliment sisters in public without coming off away. Like, hair is low-hanging fruit as far as compliments go. Guys can ungratefully address it. Ungratefully? I definitely feel you. Like, I know some people are more reserved because they don't want to come off like they're hitting on people with compliments. But, and then also, it is true, like, if a guy was gonna compliment me, they're probably gonna be like, oh, wow, like, I love your smile, or it's like a general like, oh, you're really beautiful, or something like that. But I never got not never, it was usually once I'm talking to somebody, they'd be like, oh, and I love your hair is so beautiful, but it was never like, hey, I know you're walking away, but I just wanted you to know your hair is really beautiful. And now that I'm shaved, men will be like, yo, I just wanted you to know that your hair is really beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. Yeah. IDK, I feel like I've never had trouble with casually complimenting women in public about something. Yeah, definitely. And this in the same vein, like you're saying like it's about how you approach it. Uh I'm sure like the men that do worry about that, maybe to some extent they know that like maybe they don't know the best way to approach it. You know what I mean? Because not everybody has like that perfection of like tact. Um Especially when it comes to like the gender that they're attracted to. Like some people get like, oh, I'm overthinking it. I don't really know what to say. I'm like, dang, I really like your hair. Like I do it all the time. Like if you're my cashier, I'd probably compliment you. I'd be like, damn, I like your nails. And like, okay, I see you accessorizing. Like I just be, like people at the drive-through. Because the first thing I do, like I'm looking this person up and down, and it's never to find the bad things. It's always like, oh, what's standing out to me? Because this is like a whole person. Because like for me, I'm like I'm my own main character, right, of my book, and now I just came across someone else's main character of their book, and I'm like, ooh, what's their story? I'm approaching females and trying to talk to them more recently. Yeah, we recently just watched Promising Young Woman, and I highly recommend it to everybody, male or female. It covers the topics of like, sexual assault and things like that. But for the first time ever, seemingly first time, it's not graphic. I feel like every time they do want to portray those things in media, it's very, very graphic. It's like it's a lot. But this movie was more of you just knew, like you just have to watch it. You just have to watch it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, see, I don't usually get the compliments for the outfits, and I understand why. Because I'll be rolling out with sweats and like slides and like a hoodie. Like, what are they gonna compliment? I'm really trying to think. Like, anytime I do get dressed up, but it's very rare. Like, for what? I've just never been the type. I never do anything in excess. Like, I have nothing against getting dressed up. I just don't do it, regularly. I have nothing against like doing your hair. I just don't do it regularly. Nothing against wearing makeup. I just have no idea how to do it. But I wouldn't do it regularly. Like, I would love to have the skills to do makeup when I have a reason. Like, oh, I'm going to this like wedding and I'm gonna do my makeup. No. I'm going to a wedding and now I have to like hunt my sister down and figure out where she's at. So, and she lives in a totally different state, so that she can do my makeup and I can go. So it'd be nice to have that skill. It's like it's truly a skill. Hi, JK. What's up? My jobs want to snip again. I realize I don't have the capacity to style it when they get longer. Yeah, you always teeter back and forth, but I feel like you're gonna always come back to them. You always look good either way. Baha, the first day that I shaved it, it was like almost 90 degrees. The day that I shaved it, like, because it was nighttime, I woke up in the morning. It was like a cold front, super windy, kind of like intermittent rain, and freezing. It was just super, super cold. And I'm like, oh, ow. Like, my ears were like, my neck, my brain. And I had a beanie. I'll post a picture of me with my beanie. You can't see anything because I have my mask like up to here, my beanie down to here. So I'm just like, that's it. Okay. Let me open up this game. Yeah, I'm starting the game, but if you guys have any questions or stories or thoughts or anything, any themes you guys want to talk about when it comes to Psych Sunday, we do this every Sunday. I try to do it every single Sunday. I did miss one, sorry. And we play like a psychology themed game. Sometimes it's like a loosely psychology themed game. Like I have no idea what this game is actually about, but there's great reviews and it was recommended to me. And it usually, you know, provokes a lot of good conversation, but always feel free to just bring up whatever topics are on your mind, on your heart. So I used to have a camera. She doesn't do much. Yeah. Kiba's really well trained, like with houses, like even new homes. She does pretty much the same thing whether I'm here or not. She likes to look out the windows, to stretch, chew a bone, take a nap. Yeah, I feel like she just naps a lot while I'm gone. And then she'd be mad hype when I'm here. But even if I'm home, if she's like diddly daddling, if I lay down to take a nap, she'll lay down with me. Thank you, thank you. It's all about the head shape, I swear. Everyone's like, oh, your head's not lumpy. And I'm like, thank you. I'm very proud. Oh my gosh. Sir, I appreciate all the kind words. You guys are super, super sweet, very supportive, and I appreciate that. Because I know a lot of people, like, every single person has had something good to say in my life. And I'm sure not every single person prefers this, but they know this is what I prefer and that's what's important. And I appreciate that energy and I appreciate that support. Because I like it. I'm keeping warm. I live north of Scotland and made the mistake of shaving in the winter. Oh. Every winter you're like, I'm gonna do it. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, I love the lights. The lights really change everything. When the lights are off, it looks like, oh, okay, mad doors behind you, dolls. Is it, Josh? Can we get a second opinion on that? No, I'm just playing. I'm sure it is. I believe it. Sunburn. No worries. I mean, congrats on the, oh, you didn't say new job. Not congrats, but I'm glad you're working. I'm glad your job is going good. Okay. Thank you. Should I just move out the way? I know the doors kind of like steal the show. Did you notice the gold plated doorknobs? I bet you didn't. My bathroom door is gold on the outside and silver on the inside, really to just add that pizzazz that you didn't know you needed in your life. The lights are shaking. Oh, dang, let them do the little jitterbug in peace, okay? They, you know, they be doing their thing. Oh, okay. I hope it's going well. Do you like the job? Okay, I think I caught up in the chat. I'm gonna go tiny mode. I'm so little. I feel like it makes my head look even smaller. Okay, so before your eyes, no idea what this is about, but we're gonna figure it out together. It's supposed to be short, sweet, profound, and everything you do makes a difference in how the game is gonna unfold. Hi, good evening, thank you. I look amazing. I appreciate. Gotcha. Yeah, it's usually always something, but I hope you at least enjoy it. I hope they're treating you well. ¿Está listo? All right. Is the sound good for you guys? Because I know I'm a little loud. Allow. Just do it. Take all my access. Okay. So that's not. Wow. This game uses eye detection. I don't think I can have. Oh, I made it freeze. I don't think I can have. I did not know it was like this. That means I have to have 2 cameras up. That's so. Cheeks. I'm frozen, guys. Help me. Okay. I remember back in the day when things used to work, and yeah, I miss those days. All right, don't worry, I got this. We're about to steal. I can't steal my setup. Okay, I got this. I'm about to turn on. Okay. Ah, I gotta mess up my whole setup. Ugh. Sorry. Technical difficulties. The life of a streamer. Dang, I'm about to have this camera like dead in my face. Whew. Oh. Okay. Is my camera broken? I'm like, wait, hold up. Hold on. Something's just not looking right. Marcel, in a Ziploc bag. There's something wrong. What is going on? Yeah, so you recommended it, and Jasper gifted it to me. Dang it, I'm about to undo my whole setup. Ooh, I don't like this at all. But I'm very, like, intent on playing this now. So I moved this camera for absolutely no reason. But, you know, live and learn, live and learn. Okay. Alright, camera, I'm gonna need you to, yeah. Alright. Okay. This has been a lot. But how are you, Saggy? Alright. I love the way this doesn't work. I didn't know it was an eye tracking game. Okay, if you now have a camera, do not enable. Okay, next. Are you wearing glasses? Should I? Has anybody seen my glasses? Why is this the first time I've ever streamed suddenly? Oh, I knew if I just took a moment. Okay. Yes. Make sure your face is evenly lit and your eyes are visible. Position your head so that the box stays green. Okay, I haven't blinked at all and it keeps doing it. Wait, let me show you. I'm not blinking. All right. I can't. Like, I literally cannot move the camera any more than it already is. The game stops detecting blinks accurately. Press spacebar at any time to recalibrate. So we can recalibrate if it becomes an issue. So let's... Yes. I'm hype. Huh. Dang, yo, Velma's the only one allowed to wear glasses? That's crazy. This is a game about blinking. See, every time you blink, the game will notice. See how this works? Try blinking on the white symbol. When you see a metronome and blink, you'll jump forward. Ah! Ah. Hi, Akrab.
Get away, you lucky fowls. That's mine.
I can't move.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm about to move my whole setup so I can center it, because I want it to be... why is it so heavy? I want it to be perfect. Dang it. Ta-da. Okay. Oh, I have to do it all over again?
You see all them
Ah,
poor souls
thank
down there,
you, Jay.
lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word?
A dictionary.
Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up.
We're worth pulling up.
Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged. I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from prow to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city.
Agrip knows all.
If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am
Saggy
the
too,
best
though.
orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up,
Is that live?
trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts.
Liar, liar.
Unsatisfactory clock watchers. I got some words for you.
Wow, this is so beautiful. Take me there. Ugh, it like,
Sorry you had
I
to do
feel it in my chest.
that. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose.
I love
storyteller out
streetlights in the middle of the
there, but
ocean.
I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you.
What is your earliest memory, guys?
But understand,
I don't
no
know
matter
what mine
how
is.
much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time.
Damn, my
Could be a
eyes feel
second,
mad dry today now.
Could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works.
Okay, no blinking, guys.
Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it.
Okay, he said don't try to. Ah, and then he started
Just
talking.
try
Don't
to
try to
enjoy it
find
this
it.
time.
Don't try to fight it. But they're really important. Like, you told me not to fight it, bro.
Look at that sun.
Okay, as long as the
We've got
metronome's
a
not here.
long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? You must really like it out here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get that. I like it too.
Gaining information. Okay. Beautiful. I wish this is like... I mean, it's so crazy because I was gonna say, I wish this is what my memories were like when I look back. And I'm like, they're this and more, you know? I absolutely have seen beauty like this.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's
Yes.
called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
The day really slipped away, didn't it?
It's so
Oh, well.
beautiful.
Days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Now, where's the first page of my piece? I can't find it anywhere. Did I put it in here? No.
The bird left. Oh, that's music. Dang, they got me all anxious about blinking
Hey.
now.
Go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's
Oh,
your
wow.
little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how he grows. Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic. What was that beep? No, it's odd.
My eyes.
Battery isn't even working. Load memory.
Ah, damn it! I'm crying. I'm out here twitching. My first piano.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Oh, I don't want this to end.
Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough.
No blinking.
Now, where was I?
There's suddenly wind in my room. I want to close my eyes and listen, but I can't. Oh, no!
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
Hmm.
That's very specific.
Me when Sneaks is like,
I also like
So
the
what do you
person
think?
playing it.
I really like the way the song started and then continued until it ended. Oh, it's following me. I didn't realize. Dang it.
Look at his little face.
Mm.
What do you think he's thinking about?
I miss looking at the clouds and just thinking about all the things that it could be.
Probably solving the problems in the universe.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean, we're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
You're right. No. You're right. You know, it doesn't really matter, I guess, whether he's smart or not. As long as he's happy.
As long as
Oh,
he's
yeah, I
happy.
mean, of course. But I still think he's going to be smart.
That's
I
me.
can just tell.
But
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right.
I was really into tugboats.
No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of
Oh, but that's what it looked like.
Okay, I understand.
Perception is reality.
Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
Poor mama.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If
I don't
you're
know why I
mad
did
that
it.
you aren't good enough yet, you'll just have to keep working at it. You know, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what you have in your head.
She called it a
You'll
mess.
be a real artist. Unlike your poor mom.
Did we take in the scene? Scrapbook. Baby grand piano. Beethoven song.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music.
That's awesome.
Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
A human suitcase. Oof.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached.
I feel like as long as there's opportunity for me, I don't mind going
What?
That's the cutest
somewhere
thing I've ever
for
seen.
somebody else.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take
We
him.
should.
But while he's here, I say we call him Ernie. Little Ernie.
Ah! Damn it!
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down?
Now let's play
Now what about
minors
C minor.
and be
Remember how to
sad.
play that one? Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it?
They're not pressing the right notes.
Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good rest of your night. Did you watch the video
She was in
basics?
grad school studying composition.
I say
never
pretty
met
much all there.
anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up.
Aw. I'm cheaper than hiring movers, trust me.
I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost.
Oh, no, you're good. I just pretty much go over everything.
God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful.
It's awesome. Dang it, I got comfortable. Did she get sick? What happened?
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Yeah, sure. But, you know, anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very gifted.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
Good idea. I think that settles it.
That's what he was talking about. She's very gifted. That's awesome. You can, or I can play by ear.
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Don't worry, I already did.
Oh, thank God. For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are. Excuse me, of course, sir. It's
Damn it.
shoulders sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Uh-oh, something's gonna happen. I'm wondering if I wait a really long time if something else would pop up. What are my handprints? I feel like I can't even breathe because it might make me blink. Okay.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
L. Stevens, corporate accountant.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music.
I think I want like a real
I want you to start
one.
using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me. But I do wonder what he'll think about you.
Yeah, I'm like, well, her work of genius is me. And it just passes on.
I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
Uh-oh. Am I crawling? How old am I? Like 3, 4? What's happening? Don't tell me she got in a car accident or something.
You really need to stay in time with the
Okay.
metronome, okay? Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E.
You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
I'm stressed out. You're off.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
It's actually a really good idea. So they can only meet in the backyard? Wow, they have a pretty cool backyard.
Ernie! Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
Wow.
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty!
God, honey.
Oh, the
Worried too.
cat.
I know, sweetie.
Ernie! Kid! Come to Papa! I know you're mad about last night, but this is ridiculous.
What happened last night?
It's bad.
Oh, God.
What?
Well, if he survived that, I don't know how worried we have to be.
Okay, well, let's take this seriously, okay? He has one eye. That means predators can come up from one side of him he doesn't even know. Okay? Let's take this seriously.
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge
What did-
belly?
But
What does she say about the
Ernie's
cat?
a boy.
And you're sure about that?
Thought I was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on...
Equal distance.
Say that one more time, sweetie. I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more?
Sorry, I didn't realize you hated cats.
For a professor of signs and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
Okay, that's funny. That's really witty.
I let us keep him for Benny. And I'm happy about that. But I really can't have 5 cats around the house. It's just not sustainable.
Maybe we can put them outside or something. Until we can find homes for them.
He keeps coloring the
Gotcha.
grass blue. Are you able to pick up a new book?
Dang it. Gotta focus.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah. Got those too.
Singing expensive, right?
Can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did.
Okay, hold up. Because I can't hear. Dang it, now I can't blink.
It seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I've been listening to him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
to be Christmas.
Okay. 2 brackets.
The quiz said find the 0, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
I do really like when kids are that creative. I will say. Oh, another frame. That's cute. So how old am I? I feel like I have to be at least 8. Dinosaurs.
Congratulations, B.
Oh.
For many, I'd assume.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you
Growing
don't play
up.
with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
A surfboard? Who am I? I mean, I surfed when I was like 12. It could be like a preteen. Rubik's Cube's looking huge. Ah, thank you so much, Basics. I really appreciate it.
Not my house.
Hmm.
You're not my house. You're not.
Aww.
Fall back, you fool.
Fancy?
I'll have your head. I'll feed them to the cat.
Come play inside. It's late.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
Wow, I walk slow.
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try.
What the? I blinked like 3 times, bro.
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
Shh.
Wow, L, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Ah, very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Nah, what a show.
Oh, thank goodness.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units.
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
Dear weird neighbor kid, we are in the same class. What a coincidence. Please keep in mind that while we're at school, we don't know each other. Do not talk to me ever. Love,
I want
Chloe.
each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Those who cannot remember the past are condemned
Now,
to repeat
I'm
it.
gonna go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
Are we gonna help her?
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. So, those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If
You broke
we
my no
do
talking
not
rule,
act
but
out
I
the
asked you
past,
to, so
our destiny
I guess I'll have to let
embarrass
you live.
ourselves in all sorts of ways. And now on to what you've all
I
been
guess I have to
waiting
let you live.
for. Great.
What do we think of Chloe?
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted.
I love
suspect
board
he bought it
games.
for himself.
Hey, Alan.
The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that.
What is it?
Job of whoever gets
Consters?
paid to think of that crap.
A new contestant has approached. At long last, your favorite consters are ready for battle in the playscape. Join Marcy and her 4 sad brothers as they search for their lost mother, the legendary Queen Conch, and trap gooey monsters with Dr. Ebb's patented seashells and coerce them into spectacular battles. Cool. Barnacles, Shrimp, Lobstar, Clam Dunk. Oh, Anonimigo. Anemone. Anonimigo.
I've definitely seen you next door.
Yes, it's on
but I
Steam.
didn't realize you guys have become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up. I
Yeah, that
really
is a
want
little,
this one.
you know.
Maybe I'll use Tickle Stick. Whoa!
It's like Pokemon.
That's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you
Alright.
saw what I'm capable of in your backyard. Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly.
That's awesome.
Ugh.
I had a friend who could draw like that. She was super dope.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away
Burton
in a town
Conservatory of
called Burton.
Music.
I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can
So
take you
prep
to some
school for
incredible
gifted
places
children at
if you're
adolescents to
really,
realize their
really good at
potentials.
something.
Comprehensive curriculum includes private instruction with top facility instructors. Provides a pre-college training essential for truly exceptional young performers. Your bright future is waiting. Damn.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Benjamin. Sorry, my name's Benny.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come...
Ah, I just squinted. Bach. The well-tempered clavier, 48 preludes, and, you know.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet.
Yo.
So no pressure.
I would love to
Just
play
want
a
you to
fast
try,
piece.
and we can see if you start enjoying it.
I want to sweat while playing.
Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
She seems so unhappy. No, we're not gonna crumble it. We did something bad when we were like 3 and I already, like, I still feel guilty. Oh, I remember when you shared that. Days until audition 30.
Don't answer that, Ben.
Talk to your friend after you practice.
I made my choice. A little biased because, like, I would love the opportunity to go to a school for piano.
Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Mom is kind of harsh.
Keep that up. You're sounding really good.
This song is long as hell.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet.
Mr. Kid.
And yes, that's a she.
Look at it.
The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion. See,
tonight after my dad goes to sleep, I'm going to sneak out my house and go sleep on the beach. If you want to get invited, draw me a picture of Mr. Isaac feeling constipated.
As you can see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes.
Ew, why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house.
I didn't want his face to be in it. Just trying to make sure I don't get caught. Okay, bet.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just.
Yeah, when people pass on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game.
Their failed expectations for themselves to their children.
I don't claim to understand the motives and motives.
Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Huh. No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please.
That was mean. Sorry, I need to pull up my sound again. Dang, that Rubik's Cube is still there.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
She could be softer, you know?
Turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Benny.
I'm going to the beach.
I didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
Okay.
You
Aww.
know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it.
Aww.
Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most.
Stay here.
Also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year.
Oh no.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you?
Damn.
It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. We're going to be there soon.
Am I just trying to go to sleep?
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited.
We got
to hear.
this. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Ah, so unfair.
Okay. I think that's enough.
Wow, I had no chance,
So,
bro.
Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes?
I'm anxious.
As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right. I really want to thank you and your mother for coming all the way out here. I know it was quite the drive.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father.
I don't think she's as bad as the mom from
You
that.
have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
I think she was just instilled like a view on the world, and that's all she really knew how to pass on. But it seems like she's more flexible than we give her credit for. You know what I mean? Like, she kind of just like, I don't think it's all about her. It's also like, I just want you to have more than I did. I want you to do better than me. This is all I really know how. This is what I'm good at, and this is what I can pass on to you. I'll be giving parents credit
You
out
want
here.
him home from school for a while, just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
I think sometimes
Just
she's
maybe
definitely
5
way
minutes,
too
kiddo,
harsh,
okay?
but most parents are. So what's happening to me? Is this when I realized I have scoliosis? I remember that. They're like, you have scoliosis. I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, you should go to the doctor. I'm like, hello, doctor?
It's such a crucial time in its development. It shouldn't be confined to its room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a while means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him.
I didn't mean to blink. I got comfortable. He was confined to his room. What do I have? I'm dying? Wow, I hate when people litter. This is nice. Damn it. As soon as I like
Video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
oh, the light. Don't tell me this is summer break. Wow. It's June. Yeah, it is summer.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B!
Oh, I'm out here using color.
What's he doing?
He's gone. He's becoming completely obsessed.
Why isn't your son eating with us, Al?
No.
Wow. Yo, I'm about to start drawing. Remember what I told you, Crispy? I need to actually start doing that.
Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
We did that. Ya tú sabes,
Thank
you
you
know.
for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
Yeah. Yeah, we have such good detail. Ooh. Wow. In 2 short paragraphs, describe what makes you want to pursue a career in the arts. That's awesome. I love it. Depending on who gets it, they're either gonna love it or they're gonna hate that he didn't actually write the answer. Yo, Apple? That's awesome.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies! Oh.
Spitting all over the place. Oh, I was supposed to... Dang it. I didn't even look at this. I was supposed to make it look like that. Oops. It's my own interpretation. Oh, I thought that was the teacher. I'm like, I don't know if that's... No, do it right.
Oh,
how very wacky and fun these are.
Ah!
It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
Okay, I messed up one thing. Alright, I got this, I got this.
There you feel each shape.
Shape. Boom! Yes, killed it. Boom! Killed it.
You fiend!
Boom!
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a
The one I messed up. You know, I be out here. That's probably how art goes, though.
Yourself,
The one that you're like, ugh, I don't know what I was doing. People are like,
like these
wow.
will soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
I'm
Oh.
stunned. The ironic sincerity of
This is
movie
gonna
so
haunt it.
sincerely
Like, it's gonna
ironic.
haunt me.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out.
We're changing our
I
art
thought
style.
that way.
Hold up. Saggy, help.
Benjamin! Marvelous shoulders.
Benjamin.
Truly stunning. I've never been prouder.
I like the first one.
One little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Preston.
I blink.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
Damn. I don't sign things that I can't read.
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract.
Yup. Because you're not going to take away
whatever
my
you want,
artistic
yeah.
liberation.
Sure, you got talent. But what's talent? Okay, that's it. Get out of my office. You know I'd call security if I thought you were actually a threat. But what are you going to do? Paint me to death?
Showed her true colors. I'm out. Although throwing it was like completely rude, messed up. But, you know, we had to shake it up.
To being a difficult artist. The best of
This
us
is why I hate when sound is on. I do not enjoy hearing my phone go off. Cheers.
This is divine.
I'm out here being an adult.
So,
and stuff.
now that you've grown your wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly?
I don't know.
May I suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be stifling. Now what to eat?
That'd be awesome to just travel the world with a paintbrush and a drink. I'm gonna do it, even if it looks bad.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Bryn?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Of all places.
Yeah, I'm really feeling it, you know? I like the lake on top of everything. So I did go abroad.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich.
Mm-hmm. Never settle.
Now is the single most important moment in your entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love a rising star and how bored we become once it's settled.
Captivating.
Rising.
Bryn reinvents reinvention and then reinvents it again. If you have eyes, you will love this show.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're such an important... Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work.
Of course I'm gonna pick up.
I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're...
I don't like
You're
this.
just gonna get back to work, okay?
I don't like this.
Goodbye, Ben.
Oh, man.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife is most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny, you ready to come up here?
I don't like that. Oh, stop. I'm gonna get emotional.
Go on, B. Say something.
It was her voice of like, no, like, you know, just keep focusing on you. You know, like, don't worry about me. No. As if, like, caring for her was gonna get in the way.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Bryn? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months?
Man, I'm going through it.
You are a snake. You are a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a little tease. I have told the world that...
I don't need this.
Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
I think I would feel the same way. Like, being in that same environment that you shared with them, it makes it so hard.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but
I'm about to keep everything.
I'm just so happy that you did.
It's her music. Oh, I can't. Okay. I really like that. This part. I love when artists do that with the shapes. I feel like I'm learning about art.
Look.
Like, oh, the different styles.
It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us.
Oh, stop!
Like
I can't cry
see
without
her
blinking.
I can feel her.
Wait, remember today is the first day of the rest of your life. Way too emotional. Aww. Alright, I'm good. The Passing Day, inspired by the musical composition of his late mother, the composer L. Stevens, relatively unknown in her life, Bryn lifted his mother's work out of obscurity with the creation of this piece.
Believe this. It's been years.
She is now considered to be one of the greatest composers of her time.
I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that.
Chloe.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
Isn't it crazy? It's like you could be so talented. Like she created all these pieces. She had so much talent, but like she didn't have the name behind it, and she couldn't bring it to the light, and people didn't appreciate it. And then, you know, we made a name for ourselves. Like we worked really hard to get there, and then we carried her work in, and because of our name, people gave it a chance, and they saw what a genius piece it really was.
Hey, so not to be forward,
crazy,
but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
Well, Chloe.
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Oh, we're back.
How would you look at that? I cannot.
I almost forgot about him. This guy, bro.
Finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. Oh, the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up.
Oh, Crispy. I
Used
just
to
read that
fishing up
message.
A different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift.
Okay.
Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea.
And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
She was both, but she was a composer.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe her as a teacher?
Okay, just pause real quick.
Or demanding?
So it's crazy because, like,
Kinda
I talk about this all the time.
Champion, or more like a task.
Like with siblings, you see it. You guys could have been in the same household with the same parents and the same environment, maybe the same large events, but you guys could perceive it so differently. Like, these are all valid options, but you could always be on a different page. It really is how you, like, internalize it and how you regarded those events.
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was ever encouraging, teaching him to recognize the greatness within.
Like, that's how I genuinely felt.
How
When you
about
guys
that
are like,
neighbor
oh,
girl?
she's kind of a lot.
Huh?
I'm like, I
What was
don't
she
know.
to you?
I like that
Is she your best friend?
gives him so much attention,
First love. Now be honest here.
though.
Don't
Oof.
be bashful, man. You can tell me.
I think he first love. That's the vibe that I was feeling.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year.
Oh, wow.
And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten.
Drawing.
Painting.
Painting.
Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You lucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying.
Uh-oh.
I hear what you're saying.
Gate's opening.
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
No lying.
You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Yeah, I know. Photography definitely was one of his main things, too. I'm surprised that hasn't come up.
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes
I'm taking
on
pictures every time I blink.
But it's too late for that. We're in this together.
Not anymore.
The gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass.
I don't really feel ashamed. I feel like I was patient with my
So I'm
mom.
gonna
I
ask
didn't
you
give her a
again.
hard time. I worked hard. I
Start
listened to her.
from the very beginning.
But then again, I did
This
sneak
time,
out. But I don't regret
I
it.
want the truth.
All right.
This ain't a schoolyard staring contest.
What?
Close those beady little eyes of yours before we run out of time.
Okay. Oh, when the seagull took her. Is that why, like, that first page was
Not this.
important? Oh. Because that wasn't my fault.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Yeah.
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
Okay.
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius.
I mean, I felt bad when I...
Stay here.
Oh.
What did your mother hear on that phone call?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything. Is that when she first heard she was sick, or?
I'm getting it.
Oh.
Hello?
Hey, Snack.
Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh, I knew it. I knew that the dad died. Because he was supposed to come fly in, and he never came.
She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations.
Yeah, but I thought that
And
was
now?
obvious.
She never could. Let's keep going.
And that's when she became a little harder on us.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need... Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Oh, here we go. Oh!
Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
Oh my god. Dang it.
Let's try this again.
Okay. It's the pressure. I can't live like this. It's the pressure. The pressure makes me want to blink.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to
Jeez,
work
because we put the kittens outside.
to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
Play big,
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this.
Jeez.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking.
We can focus him. Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
Hey, Alex.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean?
What the hell?
What's the point?
Oh, eyes closed.
What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep.
It's a tough thing to think about as a parent.
It's okay.
It's a tough thing to hear, being anybody.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs.
Why are there casually wolves near us?
You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
Alright, this was summer when we had to figure out
video game time.
something to
I want
do.
you to figure out something actually productive to do while
And then
you're
we
home from
started
school.
drawing. Okay.
Start
Oh!
writing with it.
This is new. Hi, Mom.
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
So artsy. That is really cool.
Exactly.
I've never typed
It's
on
very
one. I always
artsy.
wanted to. I've touched,
Actually, I was just good
but
at
I didn't
fooling your
have
dad.
like
Made him think I was some kind
any
of
paper or
genius.
anything.
Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's a story I want to hear.
Yeah, I think
Story of who you're
historically.
going
Story of who you're going to be. The Great Life of Benjamin Brin. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents. This is what the wolf was saying. In a quaint village by the sea. This is exactly what the wolf was saying. His mother was a composer and she ended up having to work as an accountant, who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am.
Oh, true, Saggy.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's so true. Another night wouldn't have been the same
You are
night.
going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Oh, man. I always feel bad for kids having to go in here. Or anybody, really.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading aloud from what I think was your story the other night. I know.
Writer, photographer, painter, composer.
I'd really love to read it if
or just
you'd let me.
musician.
What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
I hope I said yes.
Can't.
Go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't.
Uh-oh.
Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
What did I write?
Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens.
So we are the wolf?
Really
Is that just a reflection of
very cool stuff, kiddo.
ourselves?
You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
Because he says the same things that I've said. Probably the same exact words that I use. Okay, Benjamin Brin was a loser. He was the worst Brin to ever live. He didn't ever try to fight the disease inside him. He didn't even try to fight the disease inside him. He just laid down and died. Oh, is that how our story ended?
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
Oh wow.
What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now.
Tell them.
Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking...
It's probably hard for her to deal with, too.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me.
Oh.
So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Aww.
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Oh, damn it. I got comfortable. Oh, man. Hi, baby. Get well soon.
What are you doing, Al? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here.
Aww.
We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
See, I feel like that one time when she said that thing under her breath, it's
You have
like
to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
we're not always perfect, you know what I mean? People fall short all the time.
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
Aww.
No. What does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
Aww.
You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Me giving gifts. Dear weird neighbor kid, you are my first love. Ah. I didn't get to read the bottom because I blinked. Oh, we're getting sluggish.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable.
Aww.
Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Good night, Basic. Uh-oh.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her.
Here we go.
Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me.
Is it gonna be my mom?
I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
I'm so nervous. Okay, this was very obvious.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper.
Beautiful.
Before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
So did we...
That means she's ready to hear your story.
All that adult stuff never happened, or what?
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story.
Oh, the cat looking over us?
It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was...
If I ask questions, don't actually answer them, Saggy.
So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
You know how hard it was to not blink?
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on.
But I want to see what's happening, guys. Tell me. Is something happening? I don't want to open it and then they're like, oh, well, now you can't go. Oh, okay.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Oh, right at the end. I know, I'm like, tell me, but then I'm like, I can't read. This game is dedicated to my father, Robert Helworth, the man who taught me how to play.
Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody,
So what do we think? Oh really? Yeah, no, I was prepared, Ozzy. I don't blink. I was like, I'd rather die. No, I'm just fine. But I didn't know what was gonna happen, and I couldn't risk it. I'm like, if I miss the end of the story, ooh, I wanted to hear my mom tell me. Yeah. Oh, hey, Paco, by the way. And thank you so much. Yeah, this was a really beautiful game. Thank you so much, Saggy, for bringing it to our attention. But yeah, no, I ask a lot of, like, they're almost like rhetorical questions, because it's like, that's what I'm thinking. But if anybody knows the answer, I'm like, no, don't tell me. Because I like that 1% of, like, unless there's a twist within the twist. Oof. Yeah, I thought so. I love that it circled back to this whole, like, the way they wrote their life versus with the focus on, like, but then things actually were different because I did this and I did this, and you know, it was all this, like, wishful thinking, and the mom turning it around to, like, you know, oh, I'm about to get emotional. Just like how much, even though he's so young, like how much he really did live, and I love that. I try to feel the same way about, like, even like as a young adult, you know, just appreciating, like, I know I'm very young, but like, let me really think about my life from like earliest memory to now. Like, I have done so much, I have lived so much. And I try to remind myself to live every day, you know. I don't want to just be out here with a heartbeat being alive. Like I want to feel alive. Yeah. I was wondering why they called me a liar. I was like, wait, what? Because I'm like, dang, did I do something wrong? I feel like I do that a lot if I'm really living and not enjoying what I live. Yeah, and I feel like I do a really good job at making sure that I'm enjoying what I do, but you know, I'm very realistic as well. I'm not like and be impulsive and don't think long term because you could die tomorrow. I'm like, I like to balance, like on a short term, making sure I'm doing things for not only growth but like enjoyment, and then long term also like setting the path for me to have these long term goals accomplished as well. And if I unfortunately die before I reach those goals, like I know I was still living and enjoying the journey to them. But sometimes things get repetitive, right? Like your life isn't gonna always be this beautiful movie. Sometimes it's the filler episodes for a bit. And I try to dabble in some enjoyable things when I'm going through those periods. Yeah, I know, Paco. It's okay. It's okay. Allah, I'm pushing myself to go to uncomfortable situations to get more of life. Dang. I'm sorry to hear you have a lot of regretful things, but I'm glad that you're, you know, moving forward and you're trying to push yourself out of your comfort zone. It's definitely really important. I have so many plans for my future, and I love it because I'm not just planning for my future. I incorporate little things like in my weeks, like this week I'm gonna do this and I'm super excited. Like, yeah, and I love it. Filler episodes, I know, but some of the filler episode arcs are really good, you have to admit. It's like that, like instead of making your life, like if you feel like, dang, but I'm kind of like, I have to work this job right now, or I'm in school right now, or I'm doing this right now, I'm focused on this, or whatever my circumstances are, I can't change them for a bit. Instead of having them be like those filler episodes that you literally could just fast forward through and you miss nothing of substance, you got to make them into an arc, like an arc that you can look back on like, ooh, and I remember when I made it like this, and that was awesome, and that was worth watching, that was worth living through. So make it an arc, guys. I need to feel episodes for character development. Really, sometimes. Yeah, like I always just think back to Naruto. I'm like, some of those pervy sage episodes, like, did we need them? Like, how many times was it gonna be him peeping at the jacuzzi thing? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's like, but then sometimes those filler episodes, very important. But yeah, Mama Rogue, Mama Wicked. I didn't know you guys paint. You guys out here just living the lavish life. I love it. I was telling Crispy, and I'll just tell you guys, since we're all here, I want to start bringing a journal around and just like drawing something. Because I used to really be into drawing, and I stopped. And when I was camping, I was like looking at the trees, and I'm like, damn, I really wish I could just like sit here and draw and like take it in. But I can. You know what I mean? It's like the same concept of dancing. Like, oh, I wish I could dance, but it's like you can. We're just so caught up on this like standard that we put in our mind of like what is okay. I'm like, so what if it looks bad? It would be like my bad drawing. Like in the game, you know, you saw the little kid just throwing hella paint at the page, but it's like he knew what that was, and like it was meaningful to him. And you know, people are so encouraging to kids, so, or at least they should be, in those situations, because they know that they can just get so much better and hone in on it. And it's the same thing as adults, right? Like some skills, it's true that like with brain development and everything, like it can be harder, but if you just keep practicing something, like you will get better at it. Doesn't mean that you're gonna be the best in the world, but you will get better. And I think I need to just start doing that and like appreciating my progress. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, I used to draw really well though. And I loved it. Like American Dragon, every single detail. I would just be watching the TV and I would just draw it. I think I peaked here. This is where I peaked. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. You know, the theme song, and it shows like all the creatures coming out of the giant tower mansion. I remember drawing that, every detail. Like so symmetrical, like every shade, like I would just sit there and I was so happy doing it. And it makes me so sad because I always talk about it. I remember my elementary school teacher, art teacher, he was like, "Oh, like, can I keep your work? You know, like I would love to show it. I think you would inspire a lot of kids to keep drawing and stuff." And I was young and I wanted to say no because they were mine, and like it wasn't coming from like a selfish place. It was more of like I want to keep, this is like my only copies and I want to keep them. But I was like a little kid and I was like, okay. And I don't have it now. I feel like I'm gonna go back to the old elementary school, like, hi, is art teacher da 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 here, and ask. That would be funny. I always wanted to go back to my old elementary. Yeah, I know, it was a good show. Dang, Alex, why are you mad? Why are you mad? But yeah, that was kind of like where I peaked. I stopped drawing in elementary school. And I wish I wouldn't have. I think I got really like insecure about a lot of stuff once I hit middle school because everybody always encouraged me with sports, like physical stuff, like, wow, you're so fast, you're so strong, you're so like, you have great reflexes and all this stuff. So I really honed in on that. And I didn't feel like I had any encouragement in other areas. And it wasn't like to say anything bad about the people around me. It was just, I was just encouraged in different fields. And I just like grew insecurities there because people like took art classes and they took dance and they did all those stuff. And I just took gym. And eventually I was like, oh, I can't do any of that other stuff. Dang, Paco, they got you too. None of my favorite drawings are, none of my favorite are my art pieces at advanced. It's a stupid, yes, I doodle when I'm bored. That's awesome though. Stick figure wizards. I used to draw pencils and erasers. I don't want to see any stick figures, but this is pencil Jimmy and eraser Benny. Like, boom. And I had a whole comic strip. My pencils and erasers. I was really good at writing though, because I will say like that was like my creative outlet, writing. Like I was very good at writing, creative writing, literature, even like analytical writing, research papers. Very, very good with that. Because that's how I am all the time. Okay. Well. But yeah, I really liked the game. It was very cool. I did not know it was going to be any eye detection relation at all, because I watched one of the videos and I read the summary and it didn't say that. And then it started and I was like, oh. So it was worth moving the setup. I'll have to get the piano setup back up. Yeah, anybody have any other thoughts? See, this was the moment where I would have tightened my ponytail. Any other thoughts? Any other feelings about the game? Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, Rogue, you have to share some art. I mean, if you're comfortable, I think that's awesome. I'm gonna get a notebook. I got a notebook for a friend. I should have kept one for myself. I have this notebook, but it has lines. But the lines are dim. I feel like I could use it. The only thing that I'm scared with using lines, it doesn't even look like there's lines, is that then I'm gonna know that it's not symmetrical, and I don't want to know. I'm gonna be looking at it like, damn it, I messed it up. And I don't do stuff with color. Every time I try to color my drawings, I ruin them. Like, coloring is actually a skill. When people are like, oh, I'm into coloring books, I'm like, I'm not. Yes, yes. Thank you, Saggy, and thank you, Sneaky. You guys made it happen today, and I loved it. It was great. I already had put it like on my wish list. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get this down the line. But it's awesome that it worked out for today. Thank you, Kevin. I love the feeling. I'm just like, yeah, like it's like this way and then this way. Totally worth being blocked by Crispy. What is going on? Made me want to see the sunset, so I'm gonna do that. I've been trying to catch the sunrise for a while. I caught it, but I was in the parking lot. It didn't count. Yeah. No coloring. I'm okay. I just say I'm like, oh, I like black and white, you know, like that kind of drawing. It's definitely at least like 3 pounds lighter. Like my hair was like genuinely heavy. I was like, oh wow, there's like real weight to it. It felt like when you hold those little kettlebells. Yeah. Yeah, you guys were very like strong against the mom at first, and I no, I definitely understood where you were coming from, because it's like it definitely could have taken that direction, but I was so like, ah. And it's interesting to see like the perception, because you know, I feel like that happens all the time where a sibling's like, oh, like, you know, like my family was so hard on me, and like I didn't have any room to breathe, and another sibling might be like, they just pushed us, they just, you know, like wanted us to be better than what they had, you know, and like they don't see that eye to eye because they felt differently about it, and that affected them differently going forward in their lives. Oh snap, Kevin, you about to join the what is it, bald buddies? Is that what we're calling ourselves? Do it. Ooh, you gotta tell me, you gotta let me know. But yeah, no, I think I really crave that. Like I would have loved that kind of like one-on-one attention of like, I see that like you're really good at something and I really want to help you master that. I think that would have been really nice. So like for me, I was like, oh wow, like I think it's awesome when parents have a skill and they're like, I want to pass that down, because like even if you don't use it, even if you go in a totally different path, at least you have this, and you know, this is what I offer to you. But yeah, like the tone, and it's just like I don't agree with it, and like I don't want to be this type of parent, but that intensity of like it can be rude and harsh, and like it's more dictating rather than like communicating. It's so common in parents, and like, you know, parents feel like they hate, like a lot of those words are triggering for them, but it's like, you know, it's important to communicate with your children and to be able to have those conversations rather than like, I tell you what to do and you do it, because that's a horrible message to go on into life. I'm an adult, so you listen to me. I'm bigger than you, so you listen to me. I don't have to respect you, but you have to blindly respect me because of C part 1 and 2. You know, like those things of like instilling fear over actual genuine like respect. But I don't think the mom was going there. Like it's like I had these ideas of extremes, and I'm like, no, I feel like she's not perfect and she's making mistakes and she falls short in some areas, but everybody does. And I saw like a more positive way of like what she was trying to do for her son. I thought we were a daughter at first. I'm not gonna lie. Like for the first like 6 years, I was like, am I not a little girl? I was like, oh wow, it's a little girl. And then they started calling me like Benny. I know, like I've never had a video hit 1,000 views, and then this video has like 2,000. But I'm really glad that people are drawn to it, and I'm glad that I, or at least I hope I portrayed my message correctly. You know, I felt like it was like a positive thing, and it's so funny because I felt like it was necessary to reiterate, like, guys, and I'm not going through anything, because everybody always thinks that like, oh my gosh, she just shaved her head, like she must be like going through it, like this must be, she has to close the book, burn it, and open a whole new one because her whole life has to change, and she's like I'm not going through anything. Like the day before I shaved my head and the day after it was the same thing. Yeah, and then I feel like that's a really important part too, because whether you're going through something or you're not, it's just they're both valid, right? You don't have to be going through something to want to change things. You don't have to be going through something or need like some exceptional reason to make a change that you've been wanting to make in your life, right? You know, people always like look for that sign. Be the sign that you're looking for. Like when the time is right, make the time right. You know? Sometimes you just have to do it for yourself. And that's kind of how it was for me. Like it wasn't a very special day, it wasn't a special time, nothing special happened. I was like, oh, I got off work early. All right, I'm going to go pick up the clippers. And I'm going to do it. And that was it. It was just, you know, it was just that easy. Yeah. I mean, I'm mad light. Like, I should have done this when I ran track. It would have been so much easier. I would have been faster. Yeah, Boostio, it was a really good game. You should rewatch it. It was nice. Oh, that's so sweet. That was work though, and yeah, I know it never like lines up. Even though I streamed later, but it did end a bit earlier. Yo te veo, tú me veas. I'm glad. Yes, get pumped. Do it. It's awesome. Like I have a lot of constraints right now because of the type of work that I do and the clients that I have. Like it's a priority of mine to help them in every way that I can. But I have plans for after this job, and like I have this transition plan, and you know, I'm working on some education goals, and I just have a lot going on in the works, like the shadows. Yeah, and that stuff excites me. It gets me inspired. Yes, much love. Thank you for hanging out, Paco. But yeah, anything else, guys? Anything else you guys want to talk about? We finished a little early, so feel free. Dun 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 dun. Where was where? Always something that comes up. But I'm sure you handle it really well. It seems like you're really good at what you do, Bucio. Moving on up on the chain. Here we speak on stuff. Oh my gosh. the love for Crispy. So I say it in the video, and I was kind of touching on it just a second ago. It genuinely was just because it's something that I wanted to do. You know, it's like, it's so odd. Like, people don't really question when people have really long hair. They're not like, what made you want to, like, keep letting your hair grow? Like, I just, there's a lot of upkeep when it comes to hair. There's a lot of care that goes into it. There's just, yeah, it's work. And I don't have like a very strong, like, I don't have any like spiritual or strong connection to my hair. So, something I've always wanted to do and I've always talked about. And anybody from like my past, like, it's something that's always come up and people always brush it off like, that's not something you would actually do. Ha ha ha. No, it definitely is something I would actually do. And here we are. Goodness. Hey, Jalen. Can we just appreciate the fact that I say your name correctly every single time now? So bien, I'm about to play this 12 a.m. tourney. I forgot about that. Oh my, Jalen, don't even talk about it. It wasn't, like, nobody warns you about that kind of stuff. Like, there needs to be a PSA. I damn near, like, caught a cold just from the first splash. I was gonna play the other ones when I saw your message in Discord, but I was working. Yeah, today was the first time I ever played a 3 p.m. tournament. It was a waste of time. We played a 2v3 from the moment the game started. They didn't warn me neither. Yeah, like, what? And then I had to wear a beanie. There was wind. The way it'd be hitting your neck, like my ears, I've never had cold ears ever in my life. Until now. So, yeah, I'm here with you. We need to start like a support group because It's different. Life is different now. I'm good at fast food rather than something a bit more. No, Bucio. So this is actually really important as well. If you're in a field that you don't want to continue in, or maybe you have a different career path, like as far as your long-term goals, you need to realize like what your actual assets are within that field. You're not just good at fast food. You might be killer at customer service. You might be killer at problem solving, money management, or even like managing people, leadership roles. Like it's things like that that carry over. You need to put in your resume, emphasize, and that will get your foot in the door to a different career path that you want. If you ever want to talk about like resume stuff, let me know. Yeah, don't ever say just. When you're talking about you're talking about the assets you have, the things that you offer people. It's not just. You're killer at what you do, and that will carry over to a lot of different things. So you do have doors opening for you, so don't forget it. In all seriousness, the look is fine. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad. People were trying to get me to shave my eyebrows, and I'm like, no, that's definitely not gonna happen. I didn't sign up for that. Eyebrows stay. Eyebrows are here to stay. Yes, a resume is very important. You should always keep it up to date. Yeah, and never downplay yourself, truly. Like, you'd be surprised the people who are in, applaudable job positions, and, you're just as capable as they are. They just know how to word things on a resume. Sorry, I'm like reading up and down, up and down. At 3, why do I feel like your schedule gets earlier and earlier and earlier? Thank you, Jalen. I appreciate the kind words. Hope you sleep well, enjoy work, whatever it is you're doing at 3 a.m. And yeah, it definitely is. It's also really like, even the type of customers you might deal with and the type of problems, like fast food it's like the emphasis on fast. Like, you're very good at handling high stress situations and, irate customers, people with different attitudes, people who expect like a fast solution right then and there. If something happens to the machines, if someone doesn't come into work, if your drive-through line is like really, really overflowing, you handle those situations, and that stuff is very meaningful. And not a lot of people can handle that stuff. So, yeah, don't ever just put, I worked a fast food job. No. I have a lot of experience handling these types of customers in these sorts of situations, and I also shadowed under these managerial positions, and like, that sounds good. That's like, oh, okay, so how long have you been working in this? Like, that's something that starts a conversation. It's all about tact. Gotta have the confidence. But yeah. All right. I have like a lot of work to do. It was great hanging out with you guys. I miss Psych Sundays, and I miss the face cam. I'm like, hi guys, hi. It's good to see you, seeing me. Thank you guys so much for being here, and it's been so awesome, just like the whole reveal and just how kind everybody's been, and I hope that the conversations in the game and just like everything the fam talks about, I hope it can inspire some people. And if you guys ever need to reach me, Discord's always the best place. And yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. I'm trying to wake up early. I'm still trying that. I'm hoping to get the piano set up again so we can get those streams in, because it has been a while. It's long overdue. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you guys sleep well or enjoy whatever it is that you're experiencing. Anybody who's new, if you're lurking in the shadows, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget to subscribe. We do this every Sunday, and a lot more content to come. I was sick for a few weeks, so I had my little hiatus, but I'm back. But yeah, buenas noches. Gracias por venir. Adios, guys.